Hey, Thread family, it is the last episode of The Thread. It's going to be full of surprises. You never know what you're going to see.
Hey, Tim, give me 2 seconds. I'm almost done. Please tell me you have the rundowns.
Buckle up.
Good morning, family. It's time to hit the streets. I've got good news today. It's time to be the change. It's time to stand up, get up. 'Cause it's time to thread up.
3, 2. Well. Look who's here. Virginia back in the house. So good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you, Chief. Thank you for letting me come on today.
Wouldn't be the show without you, right?
I don't know if I remember how to do everything, so I'm heavily relying on you, which is really scary.
Well, we're going to have some fun today. You're going to see some old friends. We're going to celebrate what God has done in and through the show for the last 5 years. It's all good. Quick update, why this is happening. Well, it's just time. It's time for me to get some rest, engage with family, build some relationships, and it's good. It's good, and God's all over this. So He's the celebration.
The thread is going to continue to thread.
Absolutely.
It's not over.
No, it's not over. It's not over. The mission continues, and we're celebrating all of what's taken place in the last 5 years and what's to come right here today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, how you been?
Good.
Yeah?
I've missed you.
Well, we missed you too.
I mean, I know our phone calls are something, but it's not the same as this right here.
Well, let's talk about how this got started, first off. Right?
Well, it started with a phone call.
Yeah, it did.
I got the idea on the way to work back in 2013, I believe, and I heard you sharing your story on Joy FM radio, and I thought, what if there was a show where we could help people just feel supported and hopeful by sharing their stories and letting people know that they're not alone. And I didn't know you from Adam. I think people think that we were like best friends or something, but we really didn't know each other. And I started harassing you and telling you, we got to do a show together, Jim.
3 years, you stayed with it. And thank God for your persistence, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been a part of this show. But you stayed with it. God told me loud and clear, look, that platform I've given you for 16 years in St. Louis, you're going back to that now, and you're going to serve me in and through it.
Well, if it wasn't for you, the show would have not done what the show has done. I mean, it has been amazing how many lives you have touched with this show.
Yeah, what's the show meant for you?
I was thinking about that on the way here today. I'm already crying. It's already happening. I never realized how you could turn a corner and see Jesus in people so unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Until this show.
Yeah, we've met so many angels unaware. They don't know they've been angels to us. You're going to hear, through the stories we share with you today, you're going to hear not only how the stories we've shared have impacted the viewers, but how they've impacted us.
Yeah.
In a big way. We've got several stories like that we're going to be able to share this morning. Glad you're here.
Glad you're with me too. The other thing is that this is maybe not something you thought I was going to say, but I've never had so much fun in my life as someone who's over 45 and still acts 5. And I think that's because I got to hang out with you and play with you, and I just appreciate you giving me permission just to be me, as weird as I am, but not as weird as you.
We got to have fun with it, right? That's
yes.
what it's all about. It should be fun. We should be having a ton of fun with this. And we have. It has been a fun ride for 5 years. And we've got someone that was part of our first season that we're going to meet right now. Come on over this way, Virginia. We're going to welcome in Catherine Shaw with All Among Us. Catherine in the house.
Hello, you two.
Hi.
We've got a little intro on Catherine here. Take a look.
Did you have blankets that need to be washed? I remember meeting the first young couple, the first young homeless couple that we met, and we served them for one evening, giving them a tent and some water. And I remember my dad saying, you know, we did what God asked us to do, and now we're done. And I remember thinking, you're right. And then I just could not quit carrying them in my heart.
So we try to really hook these people up with extended resources that can help them, whether it's medical, whether they need counseling, ways to offer them dignity. Always about offering these people dignity and hope.
We were contacted by Zion Lutheran Church of Ferguson, And they said, we have this historical, beautiful church building that's been sitting here empty for about 10 years. It was built in 1927. And we would like to partner with you and provide you this building for $1 a year rent for 10 years with another option for another 10 years. The agreement was then that we would do all the interior work. This isn't going to be a center for chronically homeless women. This is a center for women who have that step off the street and they've not yet gotten to the street. But if somebody doesn't step up and walk with them, they could easily be there next week, next year. I can give you all the reasons why I shouldn't be doing this, 5 years cancer-free, a daughter with disabilities, health insurance is incredibly expensive. I can give you all the reasons why. And when God calls you into this, those reasons don't matter anymore.
Such an inspirational story. We were blown away meeting you, Catherine, for the first time, and what you were doing to serve the homeless in our area. Thank you, first of all.
Thank you, guys.
Tell me, what is being a part of the Thread? What did the Thread mean for you in your ministry?
Sure. So my first memory of the Thread was when you agreed to go downtown and do homeless with me. And at that time, I was doing a lot of laundry for people on the streets. But when we were downtown, there would be homeless people a block away who would see you. And they would just be like, Timazelle, Timazelle. And they would come like running up the street to meet you. And I didn't know you at that time. And I thought, well, this is just odd that the homeless people on the streets know who you are and know the character within you. And of course, that day you donated to me an industrial size washer and dryer. And I think what the Thread, when I was thinking about this, the impact they've had on my life is that you have provided what I have needed to fulfill my mission and to fulfill what God has called me to. And it's what I watch you guys do for other people and other organizations over and over again, is that you give them that little piece they need to go fill what God has called them to do.
Touched you, didn't it?
I'm sitting listening to you and I'm thinking, but that's what you were doing for us that day. It was just confirmation that we were supposed to
Absolutely.
To keep reaching out and meeting people in St. Louis and giving them a voice so that other people could see what they were doing so that they would want to thread up too. You did that for us.
And you guys modeled, I think, for so many people in St. Louis how to serve and how to care well.
There you go. Yeah. Catherine, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all.
Hey, we got more Thread coming your way right after this. Stay with us. What would it be like if there were cheerleaders in baseball?
Better run! Steal that thing, better run!
Slide, a little bit of dirt won't hurt your mama. Use this tide. It is a Thread celebration, and we are introducing you to some folks who have been impacted and have impacted this show in such incredible ways, and this next one near and dear to your heart.
Oh, yes, Angie.
Yeah, if you haven't met Angela Liggins, here's your introduction.
Hurry up, what is that? Muscle! This is how I am every single day.
He over having a good time, man. Right, yeah.
I get to do this. He trusts me to do this. They get numbers to get in line. So at 12:45 is when we open the door. By those numbers, that's how they line up. Then they come to the door, we sign them in, have a small service for them, which a lot of them are coming for the service more than the food. I'm from the neighborhood, so Southside is my heart. I mean, I've done so much down here wrong that God placed me back down here to show his hope and glory. I come from that life of drugs and just addiction and 25 years out there on the streets, homeless. I got locked up in 2005. And I met God. I didn't meet Jesus, I met God in jail. You know, he worked on me, but I didn't know Jesus, so when I came out, I kind of went back that way for about 10 months. And then I freaked out because I didn't know what to do. Had a friend of mine to introduce me to somebody who didn't know me over the telephone. I got saved over the telephone. Once that happened that night, taste out of my mouth. Instantly saved, miraculously, no addictions. My whole family got saved after me because they knew it was only Jesus could do it to me. So it has nothing to do with me. And that's the part where I remove myself so easily. And it's easy for me to do because I remember where I was. So it's just being, showing God gives you a second chance. So I won't stop. He loved me, and all I can do is love people. Any people, anybody.
Such a powerful story. Angela Liggins in the house.
Yes. How you doing?
Great. Not just a Thread story. You've become a part of the Thread family.
Yes, I am. You guys gave me a place to belong. Yeah, pretty cool.
What's the show meant for you?
Well, your friendship.
Amen.
That's it's the number one thing, man. It wasn't just a show or just coming to interview me. It was more of us getting to know one another and building a relationship and continuing on with that and going further.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This story impacted you in a big way, Virginia, when we were doing that interview.
I was just.
You were crying.
That's what you do, though. When you are with Angie, you just bring out joy in people. Do you even know that? Like, do you know how much you light up a room and you just touch lives in ways that nobody can?
I just know that I love Jesus, and whatever the transformation he's done in my life, it illuminates out of me. And I have no idea. I'm just me. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm just excited every day. So it kind of like, yeah. So I guess it's contagious. They say smile is contagious. So I just smile all day long. I walk around like this.
She does smile all day long.
She does.
And it's infectious. And what's it meant for you to be a part of the mission here at the Thread?
Oh man, this is the beauty of it all, is that you get to meet different people at different stages, like you said, and then when I meet them, I get to talk to them, and once you talk to people, it brings a different element when you connect with others. You thread up with them, and it just helps people to grow. And that's the whole mission of the Threads, to thread up, continue to get people out there to do the mission of the work of serving others, and loving that next person that crosses your path.
And what's so cool is how much we are all more alike than we're different.
Exactly.
That's what I've really learned through this show, is that we have so much in common when we share our stories and connect on that level.
We do. And when we sit down and just talk about just the goodness of what God has done, it's just an awesome.
Well, we love you, girl.
I love you guys too.
So thankful to serve with you. And I think they're about to turn the tables on me here a little bit. This is normally a portion of the show where we do the hot seat, but apparently I'm going in the hot seat.
You are going in the hot seat. Which
Okay.
means I'm in charge of the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
It's time for the hot seat, brought to you by Mattress Direct and Marshall Home. All right. So I'm in it.
I need someone to hold the clock for me. Brian Owens, could you please do the honor?
I got my family in the house to support me. My wife, Kim.
Oh, hi.
Hallie, Andrew, Lexi in the house. We got, hey. Hey there, brother.
I've waited 5 years for this.
It's on now.
All right, you know the rules.
Yeah.
There are 8 questions.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock.
Love
the
game
clock starts after I read the first question, and you can ask for help if need be.
Okay, got it.
Ready?
Yep.
Question number 1. This is a long, thin strand of cotton or other fiber used in sewing, weaving, our community making.
Thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Commonly made up of paper, this is a tool used in television production. It outlines the content of a show or program. Some hosts resist them, but eventually see the value in the organization they provide.
What is that? Organization? Could it be a rundown?
Yes!
Oh! We have one today.
We do, because I'm here. Covered with cloth or leather, this piece of furniture, after 30 seconds on the clock, will leave you feeling toasty.
A hot seat.
Yeah.
Like a hot seat for sure. I'm feeling it right now.
This is a small pointed piece of metal that's used in medicine, sewing, or formation of a community. It's featured in the logo of this TV show.
Needle?
Yeah!
Put the needle on the record. Okay.
All right. This is a big test. You are at a store. The attendant behind the counter, John, sells you a Bible. It costs $6.66. You hand him a 20, and John says, "This change I give to you." John presents you with
1334.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That didn't
That's
work.
a good one.
True or false? The hot seat 30-second clock in 5 season has never worked.
True. True. I have no concept of time, right?
No.
You are in a dynamic and important text message exchange with Virginia. Suddenly, without warning, she quits replying. This happens so often, it has a special term. Virginia has gone
Dark.
Yes!
Happens all the time.
It's Ezel family night at the cinema, the dad brings his favorite candy, hot tamales, into the theater. When is it legal to eat the candy?
Not till after the previews when the movie starts.
Yes! All right, we got a tiebreaker, everybody. We got a tiebreaker. This St. Louis-based 501c3 ministry shines the light on inspirational people and organizations doing kingdom work throughout the village. Its television arm has just completed a 5th season.
The Thread.
Yeah!
Hey, guess what, gang?
What?
I just conquered the hot seat. Let me buy Marshall Home Mattress Direct. We're going to be back with more on The Thread. And don't forget, at the end of this half hour, we're going to continue simulcasting on Facebook Live. So stay with us. We got more Thread celebration coming your way. I'll give you a little fashion tip. If you go with the vertical stripes instead of horizontal, it'd be real slimming on
And you
there.
need to hydrate your skin, baby. Your skin's all dry.
Edith, that lemonade's moving again.
Well, you just went 5 minutes
I know
ago.
I did. That was our characters, the Gachusums, that we kind of fell into way too easy.
So much fun. One of my very favorite moments was with Diane Hayes, though. Do you remember that?
Yes, Diane Hayes.
We were really feeling a lot of angst with the show, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to continue it. And then Another Angel Unaware.
She inspired us in so many ways. And we found out later that when we shot that scene at the front door, she was praying for us on the other side of the door. And what a blessing Diane Hayes and her ministry has been to us. And what about when we went out to the corn maze? We were short one story, and we're like, we have no idea how we're going to fill this show. And there just happens to be a Ugandan choir that's visiting the farm, and what a blessing they were.
It was so special, and it was the best part of the entire show, and we didn't even expect it to happen.
Unbelievable. Just so many times on this show, the stories have ministered to us in way more ways than we.
Every single show.
Oh my gosh, every single one. So good. Somebody who knows all about that is Brian Owens. He's been a part of several of these shows. You got the record for the most hot seats, I think.
Do I?
I think so.
I'll take it.
Tell me what this show has meant to you, man.
I mean, just to be able to see how God has used it to, again, just thread up the community, more so just for our organization, Life Arts, but how Life Arts now has been embedded in so many other organizations, like All Among Us. That's, you know, you introduced me to Catherine, and it's in our neighborhood, and now my son, Langston, goes out with her and does poor ministry. Like, it's been amazing on a lot of different levels, man. But also just seeing you, and even Virginia, to see you guys, like, working your sweet spots, you know, seeing this from conception come to what it is now. Who would have thought, like 5 years later, that this is where we'd be? So it's pretty
Thanks,
awesome,
brother.
Man. Amen. Love you, man.
That's what it's all about, really. I mean, that's why we're here. To share these stories, to show the community, people stepping into their gifting. I mean, it's just been amazing to be a part of, to see that. And that's what we're all about. And this is all just a reflection of a greater love, the love that we've received in Jesus Christ. This show is a reflection of the love that we've received, and we're able to go out and share it with other people. That's the whole reason this show exists. That's why at the end of the show here, we always point it back to Jesus, because it's all about him. You know, we did a story recently at the Crisis Nursery, and they do art therapy with the kids there, and one of the 7-year-olds there had drawn a picture. I'm going to show it to you right now. I painted this picture, and this child had just lost her parent, father, and it said, "My heart is sad." I put a cross on it. I put a cross on it from the mouths of babes. See, that's the deal. Put a cross on it. Jesus Christ covered it all. He paid the price for all of it. It's Easter weekend. We're celebrating the amazing gift we've received in Jesus Christ. All the wounds, self-inflicted, the ones others have inflicted on us, they're all covered in Jesus Christ. He's paid the price for it. And there's healing in that. Whatever your wound is, you can put a cross on it and know that it's healed. And this show is all about moving out and being a reflection of that. And here's the cool thing. Once we've received it, when we receive the love from Jesus Christ, our job is to go out and give it away, to go share it with other people, to go pour it out into the lives of others with the life we live. The Bible verse we mention all the time on the show, John 13:34. As I have loved you, love one another. The love we've received in Christ Jesus, we're to go out and share it with others, to care for others, to minister to their brokenness the way our brokenness has been mended in such a powerful way. Yeah, the show's coming to an end, but the mission continues. We're to go out there and boldly love the next person who crosses our path the way Jesus Christ has loved us. That's the deal. We've received the light, and now it's time for us to go out and shine it in the community. Go be the thread. Go shine that light, St. Louis. Love you.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it shine. Come on, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine, 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 let it shine.
Good morning, family. It's time to hit the streets. I've got good news today. It's time to be the change. Come on and join the crowd. Stories of hope cry out. Jump on and let love thread the way. Cause it's time to thread up. Hey, hey. Cause it's time to thread up. Hey, hey. Cause it's time to thread up. Stand up, get up. It's time to thread up, set up. Cause it's time to thread up.
Oh, yeah. There it is, the theme song right there in the house. Brian and his team here with us, Paco joining us. Tell me, when y'all put that theme song, we said, hey, we need a new theme song. We put that challenge out there. What was your goal? What was your message you wanted to portray with that?
To kind of embody the mission statement of the show, we wanted to kind of be a weave in the community to kind of show the positivity that you guys bring and to kind of do that through music. And we kind of did it as a collective effort. Myself, Brian, a really talented writer named Jack Portia, I want to highlight him as well. And we just wanted to embody what you guys embody. And that's what it's all about, man. Y'all used your gifting. You stepped into doing right what you do to serve in a powerful and a creative way.
It was a great opportunity, you know, especially servicing, you know, the young artists that we work with, Dez and Melina, because I think Dez worked on it too. And just being able to have the opportunity. We came to Spot and, you know, they got to meet with Cecil and we got to actually sit down and talk about it. So just the professional development opportunity that was, and then for every Saturday morning to know that it became the soundtrack for the movement that was going out into the community was pretty awesome.
It has been the soundtrack, and y'all have been such a huge part of it. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Man, so good. Virginia, I mean, when you look back, I mean, 5 years. It's hard to believe it's been 5 years, but what strikes you about how far the show has come over 5 years?
The family. It's like every time we went and featured someone, they became part of the Thread family.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian's been with us from the very before the show started.
Yeah.
And then he just continued to spread that message and bring on more people, and but that's community. I mean, that's just an example of how all of us can weave our stories and connect with other people. And
that you're right. It's the tapestry that's been created through this show. You saw the Catherine Shaws, the Angela Liggins, and all these people that our paths intersect for a reason, and then we're able to. That's the interesting part is when community is serving community, it's a beautiful thing. And when we get all these different parts, we get a fuller picture of what the truth looks like when all of us add our little piece of the truth to the mix. And it's such a fuller picture when all those pieces come together and we get to see it in full connection.
And the whole point of the show was we all go through seasons where we feel alone and we're in isolation. And shoot, the last year we've been forced into isolation with social distancing, and we need that connection. And so even if someone was just to turn on the show and see that, oh, wow, their story sounds so much like mine, now they don't feel as alone. They don't feel as isolated, and it gives them hope that they can overcome whatever it is that they're going through. And that was the whole purpose of the show, and that's what you guys have been doing for 5 years.
Well, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this and inviting me to be on the ride.
Thank you for saying yes. I could have never done this without you, and clearly this was meant for you to take and just run with it, and that is what you have done. And you have touched so many lives, Tim. So many.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Including mine.
Love you, girl. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We got another person we're going to meet right now. Miss Hare in the house. Come on in.
I'll switch places.
All righty.
Sherry, how are you?
I'm great. I'm sad, but I'm good.
I think we have a little video to introduce people of Hare and Soup and Share.
Oh my gosh.
You do an amazing ministry. Talk about what your ministry is.
Well, we are 501c3, and we deliver hope, food, help to people who are in need. And I'm just so excited about our connection, Tim. This is offline, but I'm telling you, you are my brother from another mother. Yes. And we got the same father, who is, and our big brother is Jesus Christ, all right?
No, that's right.
So I'm excited, but it's bittersweet. And our ministry serves over in Madison, but we serve Madison County. And you guys came to us in February of 2020, it was, or 2019, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then right after that, oh my gosh, the beast hit, which was the pandemic.
Right.
And because of your televised episode at our location at Soup and Share, people across the Metroplex knew about us, and they started bringing us canned goods, things that could help feed the community. Because at that time, as you all know, people were furloughed. People were laid off. People lost hours. People lost their jobs. So the need became very, very, very much. And so we thank God for the thread.
Well, I thank God for you, because meeting you has been just such a huge blessing. Another one of those threads. And the prayer you prayed over our show that day we were there, huge. Huge for me. And we were in tight straits at that time as well. And just to be able to come together with you and know that we're on the exact same mission.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Stepping into our giftedness. I love it. Thank you so much, Sherry.
Thank you, guys.
Love you. Thanks
and
for
we
being
thank
here.
God for the connection.
All the glory to him.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It's just real world examples of how this show impacts folks. And I'm just so thankful to have been a part of it. I had an experience just the other day. I was getting gas at Sam's. And a gentleman walked up to me and said, "You're Tim Ezell, right?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Well, I just have to tell you, sometime back, I lost 3 people who were very important to me in a 3-month span, and I was in some deep grief. And I was watching the thread, and you did a story about a church that had a grief share program. And I decided I needed to go there and be a part of that." Changed his life, gave him new hope, new life. And here's the best part. He's now teaching the class. That's what this show's all about. We receive it, and when we receive it, we go and give it away, and then we just get amples more and more of it. I'm so touched by him sharing that story with me, and that's just one story of how God's working. And look, the credit's not me. The credit is God and the work that he has done in and through this show, and I'm just so thankful to have been a very small part of it. And we've got another person who's doing real world, boots on the ground ministry in a powerful way, our good friend, John L. Langerston. And sir, I got to tell you, man, first let's give people a little taste of what Urban Born is all about.
Absolutely.
Tell me, what is Urban Born?
Well, Urban Born is an early education program where we teach children through basketball. We realize that basketball is one of the inner city favorites, so we use it as a carrot to bring in some of the most at-risk children. And then with that carrot being the basketball, they're engaged, but you cannot play on a professional basketball court like ours unless you do the educational component, sight words, blends, English language rules.
And I love how you've created this environment. You've got rules, you've got structure.
Yes.
But it's all out of love. It's all out of, to give them a safe place to live, to play, and to learn.
Right. So one of the things that we must do is you must come in, parents cannot sag, they cannot use Satan's language, which is cussing and things of that nature. And then also you must make eye contact and introduce yourself to the person next to you. This allows us to become a family knit program, similar to the Thread.
And let me just say this about Jonelle. You were given pretty much a life sentence. You were diagnosed with something that was supposed to take your life in a short period.
Sarcoidosis.
Yeah.
They told me I had 2 years to live. And at that point, I was at the height of my career, producing goods for major labels as well as motion picture companies. So at that, I said, well, let me just Google the worst place to live and complete my mission and my promise to God. And so there it is. I'm here in St. Louis, didn't know anyone. Then I just decided to buy a school, turn the school into my home. And now we, have bought all the properties around the school so we can clean the environment up.
Vitalizing the community.
Yes.
Man, so thankful for your work and your friendship of the show, and
likewise.
That our paths intersected, man, is no mistake.
No. Can I just add this?
Yeah.
Once we were aired on the Thread, I just want you to know, it reminded me, one particular elderly lady, she, just didn't have much, and she's just seen the program and was very moved about our mission. And it reminded me of the widow in the Bible, where she can only give $25 a month, and it hurt her to give that, but she gave. And that was, every month. Could you imagine really living on a fixed income and still want to support an organization that's helping inner city people only because she saw it on the Thread? We want to thank you, Tim.
Man, I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Virtual hug?
Absolutely. Love you, my man.
Love you, brother.
Thank you. Right. Just another one of those stories, right? And look, we've heard from you. We've heard from you, the viewers, on what this show has meant to you. We've got a few of those. Take a listen. It's a live show, guys. We're just getting it all together. We got some testimonials, though, from some of you who have benefited from watching and being a part of the show. Let's take a look.
Hey, surprise!
Hey!
Surprise! Surprise!
Are you kidding me?
We just thought we'd crash the party.
Yes, exactly. We want to celebrate with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, you've already made me cry. Come on now.
Yeah.
I wanted to share a story, though, about how I saw you were destined for this a long time ago. You might remember when we were at a Campus Crusade for Christ meeting in Florida, and you were about 7, and we were at a talent show and looked around and you weren't there, but lo and behold, you were up on the stage. You had signed yourself up for the talent show. You stood there and sang Lukenbach, Texas, all verses of it, and you won the first prize. Now, I want to put you on the hot seat, and I want to ask you, do you remember what that prize was?
Yes, it was a jar of pickled eggs.
Yes, which you wouldn't touch with the 10-foot pole.
No.
But we were so proud of you. I've always been proud of you, always believed in you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Tim, we've always been proud of you, and we've always known from the beginning that you had compassion and humor, and that you were going to love people and care about people. And what you have done with the Thread is you have been selfless in that you have highlighted other ministries so that they could be a part of threading up St. Louis. And you have always been willing to highlight them and make them be important in what they do. And you always have loved the next person that crossed your path, just like you say. And I am so proud of you and what you've done. And this is not the closing of the book. This is just the closing of a chapter. And I know that God has a future for you, and there's a plan, and there's a purpose, and there's a direction that you're going to go in. And I just want you to know that we are praying for the blessing of God upon you, and what you do in the future, and all the other people that you will touch with all that you do, because you have this heart and this compassion for the gospel, and you never have failed to uplift Jesus Christ and make him the center and the focus of your life, of your family, and of what you do in ministry. And we are just overwhelmed with joy that we get to be a part of blessing you and letting you know how much you have blessed our lives by just watching you become who you are.
We love you so much, honey.
I love y'all. Thank y'all so
Love
much
you,
for your
Tim.
love and support of me. And
I love you.
y'all have modeled it for me. Y'all have walked it out. So thank you for that. And I pray that I can model it as well as y'all have modeled it for me. Thank you.
You're doing a great job with your family.
Thank
you know, I told you that I would always be your cheerleader, and that I would be able to say that you're going to go further than me, because I teach you what I know, and you'd learn some more, and you would be a better man than I've ever been. And that's really the truth. You have become. And I get to cheer for you and clap and applaud, because I was one of your first teachers, and I got you started. And I just rejoice in what you have gone and done with what little bit I contributed, and then what else you have learned.
Thank you so much. I love y'all.
We love you too.
Thank you very much. Y'all got me. Y'all got me. You know y'all got me. I didn't see this coming.
No, you didn't.
I'm so blessed. Thank you so much.
Mm.
All right, y'all got
Powerful.
me. Wow. Again, two people who have invested in me in powerful ways, and I'm so blessed and so thankful. As y'all have invested in me and given me the opportunity to invest in you. For 5 years, you've invited us into your home, and I can't tell you what a privilege that is. And the comments that you've shared with us and the stories you've shared with us have ministered to my heart in a powerful way. So thank you for welcoming us in with open arms. I appreciate it.
Well, we can't be on here without showing them some of the past with some of our most memorable moments.
There are those. We got a few?
I think we have a couple.
All
yes.
right, let's take a look.
What are we gonna do today?
I don't know.
Road trip!
The Bomberito thread sled is fast.
Oh, baby, yeah!
Woo-hoo! What would it be like if there were cheerleaders in baseball?
No working.
Better run! Steal that thing, better run!
Slide, slide, a little bit of dirt won't hurt your mama. Use this tide, tide. Woo-hoo-hoo! Because it's time for some
Fun on the farm!
Who told LL Cool J to knock you out?
His mama.
Yes!
I got dressed in the dark.
All right, I'm gonna jump. When I jump, you jump.
Woo! Yeah!
Who the man? You the man.
I know.
Let's go. I'm gonna be late for my hair appointment.
Oh, we just got here,
Come
honey.
on, we gotta go.
Oh,
Come on, we gotta go. I gotta fix my curls.
Well, if we get home in time, we hustle. I'll be home in time to see Matlock.
I worked hard all day and I was so hungry. I just wanted to eat after my job. I went to the fridge to find me some sweet corn, and there I found all you left was the cob. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Why'd you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love, but you met another and you was gone.
Gone. That never gets old, for me anyway. It gets old for Virginia, I'm sure. But I loved it. Classic. We've had some fun moments on this show. And every fun moment, think about the fun moments in your life, they always involve people. And that's been the real gift of the show, is the people that we've been able to meet and invest in and have invested in us and befriended. And another one of those joining us right now is Billy Mayhall, STL Youth Sports Outreach, brother. Thanks for being here, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
We've done some things together, man. We just recently, this past Christmas, gave away a car, man. How cool is that?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing to see everybody come together.
And tell them what you do at Youth Sports Outreach.
So STL Youth Sports Outreach is set up for any kid that wants to play a sport. If they can't afford a bat, a glove, cleats, a helmet, anything they need, you know, we have a full inventory. We help them out free and no charge.
And don't let him sell it short. That's just the beginning of what they do, because that just leads to investing in the community and investing in people, because that's who Billy Mayhall is. He invests in people. And brother, ever since we first met, man, I just felt the connection of being able to be a brother with you, man. And that's been a blessing.
Yeah, you, Cecil, the friendships have just been amazing to me. I mean, everything you've done for us in the community, there should definitely be statues built of you.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, what's this show meant for you personally?
You know, I was a person whose faith was possibly not where it should have been. I mean, our conversations outside of the show, the talks we've had, the text messages, you know, you've restored a faith of mine that maybe wasn't where it should have been. You know, you brought me back up to where I really needed to be.
What does it mean for you to do what you do? Because it goes beyond just the sports equipment. You invest in people's lives in the community. Why is that important for you?
It's for the children. We're a community. We're an organization about our community. We love the kids. We love our community. We work with a lot of sick children that sadly, you know, we've lost. You know, I mean, those are the things to be a bright light in the darkest moments of their lives is a very special thing, and it takes way more than me. It's an entire community that does this.
And that's the deal. You've got a community serving community. Your volunteers at Youth Sports Outreach, they join you in all these other ventures of just going out and just blessing the people that you cross their path.
Absolutely.
Right?
I tell it all the time, I'm a pawn in this. It's the people around me that make it work. I mean, it's some high school friends that took something, got an idea, we ran with it, and it's been beautiful. You know, it's going on 6 years now, and there's no sign of slowing down at all for us.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Thanks for being here, brother. I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Keep doing you.
Appreciate you.
You got it. We talked about this show. We talk about the people that we met, the friendships we've made, the threads that have been brought together and sewn together. And another one is our good friend Hare. And to see you in this state. Let's talk about where you were. You were in chronic pain for quite some time.
Yeah.
When we first met you, that was your struggle.
Yep. So I had constant headaches for about 6 years. No one could figure out what was wrong with me. That ended up progressing into body pains. It felt like shards of glass were rolling throughout my skin constantly. I never got a relief for 8 constant years is what it added up to. Well, about 3 months ago is when everything changed.
What changed? How did it change?
So I ended up going to see one of your guys' friends, Mark. He is a disciple of God. He's amazing, and he's in the ministry of healing. And he ended up praying over me. And before he even prayed over me, he sat me down for 2 hours. And he gave me knowledge. He informed me on what we've been missing. And he prayed over me. He had me sit in a chair, and I was in major pain that day. The pain in my legs, it was stabbing in my left leg right here. As he started praying over me, he spoke to the pain. He spoke to the symptoms, to everything. He commanded it to leave my body. As he was praying over me, it started growing. It got worse, like it was angry. It went across both my legs, but then as he continued to pray, it just went down my legs. As he said amen, it was gone. Wow. It was completely gone.
Wow.
Miraculously, and that feeling will never leave me. Since then, my faith has skyrocketed since then. I have no doubt. No
doubt. And even in the midst of your pain and all, you've been serving on the thread throughout all of this. What's this show meant to you?
I honestly can't tell you what this show means to me. Not even just this show, but the people. You guys have changed so many lives. You've helped so many lives. You guys gave me a reason to live whenever I was sick, and I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't work. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't leave my bed. You gave me something to look forward to. Come help at the thread this weekend. Come help next month. And it was just simple stuff, and you have me sit there half the time. But it gave me something to do, something to look forward to, and I felt worth. And I can't thank you guys enough. And I know you've done that for so many people, so many.
Well, we're so thankful for your health, what a blessing it is, for your friendship, And can I announce the celebration?
Oh,
that's
yeah,
going on?
absolutely.
She's now engaged and gonna be married soon. So
Yep, absolutely.
congratulations. What a joy.
Yeah, I got my life back. I do. And I'm going to spend the rest of my days giving God all of the glory.
Amen.
All of it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiara.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
The mission continues. As we mentioned, this is the end of the television portion of the thread. We're going to continue to push out stories on our Facebook. Those of you who are contributing to the show, it's going to continue to contribute to the mission. We're going to continue to love the next person who crosses our path and encourage others to do the same. It's what we do. It's what we're called to do. And we'll continue to do that. We've got some donors. We're going to hear from some donors here. Is that the deal here? Yep. Okay, let's hear from some and what it's meant to them to be a part.
It is good news in a bad news world. Everything about this show is kingdom work.
So many different programs always highlight calamity, and it's just fun to see, you know, people that really care about other people.
Genuine.
It just seems like everybody's serving each other, and it's the good stuff.
There's not many things anymore that are family friendly that you're not kind of sitting on edge, at least as a parent. So when we find something like that out there, we kind of latch onto it.
This kind of shows there's so many like different mission opportunities within even your own city.
And I think it's good because we can all like laugh together and like learn.
I love it when people aren't afraid to bring God into their life and talk about it.
The thread sells good news 100% of the time.
I think for me, it's the message. Jesus came to bring the good news to all people, and I believe it's not just in words, but it's in deeds. I think the show encompasses it all.
And I can't get enough of some of these people that are just so faith-filled, and I'd like to be like that.
We're so thankful for each and every one of you who have supported this mission, both with your resources and your prayer. It's meant everything to us. And there's another team that y'all need to meet that's been a big part of this show for the last 5 years. It's my family. They've been so sacrificial of my time and supported and prayed for this ministry. My wife, Kim, daughter Lexi, and Hallie, my son, Andrew. They have been so supportive. And part of the why is it's time for me to serve them in a powerful way now as well. And they have served me by support and prayer. Thank y'all so much. Just for who you are and who you are to me. I couldn't have done it without you, so thank you.
Oh, we love you. You have to thank us.
Well, but
we're proud of you. So proud of you. We love
you. Teamwork makes a dream work.
I would love to hug.
Yeah. So that's part of the why. It's time for me to serve them the way they have served me in such a powerful way. So thank you. We've got so many folks that we can thank for their support. Chris Shreves with Securus, from day one, you've been on board on this ship, man.
I have, and it's been an absolutely awesome adventure. You guys have done way more than I could have ever imagined in my lifetime. It's been an incredible, incredible experience.
What made you want to be a part of the thread in the beginning?
Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in all sincerity, she came to me and said, you know, that she'd like to do something like this. And I kind of understood exactly what she was doing, but I didn't understand. You guys took this thing way further than I ever expected it to go.
Talk about that. Where's the show gone where you didn't see it going? What have you seen in the last 5 years?
Well, first of all, you know, in the very beginning, nobody actually knew what to expect. It was just, you know, everybody getting together and doing the best we can to... Actually, I should say you guys got together and did the best you could to put these things together. And the funny parts, you know, with the dress up and all that, it just really added to the kickstart of this whole organization. I think people love that a bunch. But, you know, to minister to all the people that you have over these last 5 years has just been unbelievable.
It's been a real blessing. And to be able to, the connections we've been able to make, we've been able to see you serve in your community and been able to cover that. And just, it's important to be a part of our community. And seeing you do that has been inspirational for us as well.
Well, I'm grateful to have been a part of this. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys involving myself, my family, and our company.
It's been a blessing for all of us. I can't thank you enough for your tireless support. He even got us a trailer. We took that trailer down to New Orleans. We're bumping down the road like we knew what we were doing, how to handle that thing. But thank you so much for that. I mean, you've been so supportive.
No, my pleasure. Honestly, it's really been a blessing for me, really.
All of our supporters, all of our sponsors, our donors, several of them here. Amanda of Missouri Baptist University in the house. Mr. Frank Wicks in the house. Thank y'all. I can't thank y'all enough. The support has been, it means everything. It means everything. I'm just touched by it. Thank you. And there's another group we need to thank here as well. This show would have never been on the air if it wasn't for Spot. And I know he didn't want to be on camera, but this gentleman right here, Rick Hensel, owner of Spot, he was the first photographer I ever worked with at Fox 2.
Got you with your mom and dad.
I just got to tell you, man, this is a thread that started in 1998, and your friendship and support, man, unbelievable. Means everything, man. So thank you, and your brother Lynn as well, who's running this camera, and everyone at Spot, the control room, everybody. And it wouldn't even be a show without this other gentleman. Cecil, get in here, man. This is Cecil, the photographer of the show. You see his work every week. You may not see him, but you see his work. And here's what you may not see is his heart that I get to experience on a daily basis. Brother, what it has meant to be able to work side by side with you, man, has been a gift.
Thank you.
A true gift.
No, it's been, I've been at this a long time, 30 plus years. I was in local news for 22, working here at Spot for the last 11, but the last 3 with you have been awesome. Just the best part of my career. Just every day is better than the next, and the stories we tell and the work we do and the lives we've impacted just feed me. It just blesses me. So it's been a hoot.
Talk about that, because I've said it, but to hear it from you, when we do these stories, I mean, the uplifting of just doing them.
The power of people, the power of community, just how you're always about breaking bread, just the simple things, just leaving space for God and just to listen to his voice and take that step. That's all these people in here. They all started with one step, and that's all it takes, just to follow your heart, follow the leading.
And what Cecil has done with his gifting, he's a photographer. He's so much more than that on this show. He wears so many hats, let me just say that. But he stepped into his gifting and is able to serve and able to do. What's that been like for you to be able to serve right through what you do, just through what you already are doing?
You're right. I pack a camera, and I put on microphones, but that's not what you work the focus, you expose it, but then it's relating one-on-one to people, and you just kind of draw the best out of them and try to make the technology transparent. And when I'm not, I don't work in isolation. We've got a gifted editor in Anna.
Where's Anna?
Get over here.
Come on, Anna.
Patrick, come on.
Patrick.
And there's a woman, she's not even here. She's getting people ready for the next segment. Kay.
Oh my gosh.
Stepped in and volunteered. She had an illustrious career at Channel 2 and has just backed you and I up. Anna, come on. She edits the show.
Thank you so much, Anna.
She takes the stuff that I marginally provide and makes it cook. Like on the British baking show. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And before that, Patrick was here. Patrick Schaefer.
Thank you, Patrick.
Good. Yeah, he helps us out. He's been guiding Anna. So these are 2 that really make it sing. And then we've got one more in Julie, who's been out working it hard. She was in marketing the show and was the contact with the clients and just has been fantastic working that out for us. So, and then we got a board of directors who helps us out. There's our spiritual leader, Scott, back there in the gray shirt. kind of helped Virginia get it going. Of course, you met Angie. She's our treasurer. So it's not a big show. We do it with a teeny bit of staff, but boy, we do some awesome work.
And yeah, and one more person we have to, or entity that we need to thank, Fox 2.
Oh,
thank you. I mean, 5 years ago when we sent out the clip reel for this show and what it was going to be about, in 15 minutes they called back and said, we want to meet. And they've been supportive the whole time. If people wonder, is this show going away because of Fox 2? Not at all. They've been behind it 100%, and they have supported me in and through it. So thank you, Fox 2, for all your support of this show as well. It's just meant everything to us. We wouldn't have a platform without that. So thank you. And I get my own theme music now to close this out. Look at these folks, man. Look at this collection of people. The show is ending, but the mission continues. We're still called to do what we've always been called to do, to go love the next person who crosses our path. I get my own theme music now, too? Yeah. Look at that. Look at this, it's just a portion. This is just a fraction of the people that make this show happen. It takes a community, and when community is serving community, that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic's happened for 5 years on this show, is we've been able to show you, St. Louis, how you love and serve the next person who crosses your path. You've inspired us. I hope we've somewhat inspired you in some way, shape, or form to go out and be the thread. The show's ending, but now the mission is yours. Go be the thread in your home. Go be the thread in your church. Go be the thread in your school, in your place of business, in your neighborhood, in your community. You have the opportunity now to go be the thread. This community's ever growing. This is just a portion. All of these have played a role in it, and the role continues. This show has been an example of what it looks like when community serves community. And now we go out and live it out in our lives. We go out and be the thread in the way we live, the way we love, not just with our voices. We shout it with our lungs, with our life, and with our love. Let's go out, be the light, shine it bright. Thank you, St. Louis.
I was born by the river in a little tent. It's like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Spot Content Studio.